Katarina, still looking for father figures to disappoint?
That's just a nod to Katarina right off the bat. Like, because she's, I still
Mel.
think Katarina is supposed to be a little bit loyal to Swain, and LeBlanc usually doesn't like that. That's why I was surprised when Katarina showed up in service of Vladimir to attack Elise, the spider, in the Noxus cinematic. But I think that was still in line with Swain's plan, so it worked. Mel,
Your mother promised you the world, but I will give you eternity.
see how she knows everything? Remember that line in Arcane where Ambessa's like, "I will give you the world, child, if you would just be the hand have the strength to take it." That's when Mel is like a little child. Remember they kill that Ionian child. That's all the way in like just south of Piltover. Freaking LeBlanc knows about it and is pointing it out to Mel.
I'll tear your family's name from the histories, Madada.
Yeah.
Madada, you owe a debt that cannot be paid with gold.
Remember the Black Rose spy that Ambessa kills in Arcane? Literally tells her you owe a debt that cannot be paid in gold with gold. So either LeBlanc told this Darkened spy that, or LeBlanc was in the room, or LeBlanc literally was the Black Rose spy.
Sons, daughters, legacies. I'll take whatever you have.
Just targeting
Ambessa.
like the
Remember who it is you serve.
Just targeting like the Medardas and their family ties and basically saying that she's going to crush it, which is very important to Ambessa and Mel.
I have been warned against.
Wait, what did that say? First encounter with Black Rose.
Who
Okay.
it is you serve. I have been warned against your kind falling.
Yeah. I've been warning against your kind fallen one. That's Vladimir literally warns her against it in the cinematic, that Welcome to Noxus cinematic at the end of it, saying, that darling is a step too far even for us.
One. You were the ones who brought the world to its knees. That seems unlikely. I have bound and banished more of your kind than I care to remember.
This is what I was talking about. She says to a demon, "I have bound and banished more of your kind than I care to remember." Which, if let's say that she has an army of bound demons, yeah, she could absolutely use them to create a distraction for Yunara and Sinzhao and Ionia, right? To create that distraction needed to pull Yunara from her temple.
Who is caught in whose web, I wonder?
That's Elise, the spider god, right? Who's caught in whose web? Remember, like the Black Rose is just like freaking a bunch of people manipulating and competing with each other for power. Even LeBlanc and Vladimir are not really allies as much as they are like friends and adversary to each other. It's like they work together, but they could easily work against each other. And we see that anyways. Vladimir kills the Darkened host that LeBlanc had in line to obtain the Darkened weapon and to like fuse with Zaheen. He literally killed him to stop LeBlanc's plan.
This betrayal is disappointing, sister, but not unexpected.
Yeah, so if you guys should know Elise. Elise, Legends of Runeterra. That's Elise, right? The spider god that we saw in the Welcome to Noxus cinematic. Let's keep in mind that Elise is very loyal to. I'm sure she has a voice line with it. Arachnoid horror, no. Vialmaw.
Great spider, I have returned. As it pleases you.
Yeah, so the whole story of Elise is that she traveled to the Shadow Isles and she's was given power by the Vialmaw. And she pretty much just services the Vialmaw, transporting bodies to and from transporting food from Noxus, literally live food, to the Shadow Isles to give to the Vialmaw. The reason LeBlanc is aware of this and allows this is because Elise can travel to and from the Shadow Isles, which is very rare since the Shadow Isles is just a corrupted dead zone. And so she goes there and obtains knowledge and sometimes some weapons for the Black Rose. And in return, LeBlanc lets her take people to the Vialmaw to be fed to the Vialmaw. The Vialmaw is not dead, right? It must be alive, which is why it needs to eat. It's probably hard to find food on the Blessed Isles. Well, the Shadow Isles.
Tell me,
So that saying that her betrayal,
I wonder. This betrayal is disappointing, sister, but not unexpected.
yeah. So LeBlanc knows that she's loyal to the Vialmaw and not really loyal to the Black Rose.
Tell me, Jarvan, what do you remember of your mother?
That's an interesting one. Tell me, Jarvan, what do you remember of your mother? Didn't his mother die in childbirth or something? Jarvan, lore. Where's like the wiki? Unless his mother didn't die in childbirth. Universe, Jarvan, mother. Later helped her in slaying her mother. No. I thought Jarvan's mom died in childbirth, didn't she? What's this? Yeah, this is like the old one. So many ads on this page. Mother. Yes. I really thought that was the case. Maybe we don't know as much about Jarvan's mom as we do. I mean, we know about his dad, but we don't know too much about his mom. I really thought that Jarvan, fourth lore. Let's see. Catherine, yeah, right there. But Aldroy was forgotten when Catherine died in childbirth. So maybe it's not the way she died, but the way, maybe it's not the way she died, but it's the way that, like, something within her life that King Jarvan IV isn't aware of. Unless she died and he just thinks that she died in childbirth. Holy shit, finally caught you live again, huh? Yo, what up, Gara? Gara. What's going on? We went through the news / lore, which is that it turns out Xin Zhao, I'm pretty confident, fused with Zaheen post the Trials of Twilight. And that's very similar to Yunara when she made the pact with Zaheen. You can see the blue glowing eye, and you can see it here in Xin Zhao. So I think that post the Trials of Twilight, Xin Zhao is actually fused with Zaheen, and it's all part of LeBlanc's plan. And now we're going through some LeBlanc voice lines.
What do you remember of your mother?
Something with his mom.
Ah, the young prince. You have your father's eyes.
I ended you once, you bastard. I will do it again.
Yeah, because she's the one that really imprisoned Mordekaiser.
Look inside yourself, child of Noxus, and you will see me staring back.
It's because she's literally fully infiltrated Noxus. There's pretty much no one left. She knows everything that goes on in Noxus everywhere at all times. Look inside yourself, child of Noxus, and you will see me staring back at you, probably because freaking she just is Noxus at this point. Not much, man. What up, Gara? You have something.
Have something that belongs to me, Rune Mage.
What could Ryze possibly have that belongs to LeBlanc? She better not be talking about the world runes. She can't be staking a claim to the world runes. That would be insane.
Usurper! You have ruined 10 centuries of work.
Man, see, Swain is very adversarial to LeBlanc. And let's not forget that Swain is fused with the demon Raum. That's who's really controlling Swain and telling Swain, what to do, right? I really believe that Raum is in much more control of Swain than we're led to believe, especially when you look at the voice lines. Swain voice lines. Look at the voice line with Nadali. Maybe it's just her line. Not Nadali. Who was it again? Not Nadali. Who am I thinking about? Neela of the Southern Isles. Let's go back to Swain. I think I have it here. Neela? No. Okay. Neela voice lines. Audio.
We are not alike, Jericho Swain.
I know the price I paid.
Yeah, so she knows the price she paid. Let's not forget that Neela is fused with one of the 10 demon kings, Ashlesh, the demon of joy. Swain is fused with Raum, and I truly think that Raum has a lot more influence in Noxus and in Swain than we're led to believe. I think that Mordekaiser is fully influenced by Raum, like literally manipulated and controlled completely, and that the realm of death that Mordekaiser thinks that he owns is actually Raum's realm, and that he's siphoning souls there. If we go to Swain's voice lines, which we could talk about another time, he has a ton of voice lines around death. And I just think that Raum is he's not the demon of secrets as much as he is like a demon of death in a sense. Because what does Raum really do? He doesn't steal secrets from people that are alive. He steals them in death when someone dies. Although if he was a demon of secrets, he'd be able to steal them from the living. It seems like on battlefields when someone's dying, that's when he can steal secrets. She is almost what Karma is to Ionia. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Karma is exactly. Karma is freaking God level in Ionia. LeBlanc is like God level in Noxus. She is Noxus almost. But it seems like Swain is against her. So why would, but it's not, if Swain is against her, we have to think, why is Raum against her? Well, that's because LeBlanc is trying to stop Mordekaiser from resurrecting. If Mordekaiser resurrects, he's going to, kill a ton of people all over again. And I've talked about how I think that there's so much in these voice lines, guys. I've talked about how the Immortal Bastion is actually a siphon that siphons souls to Raum's death realm rather than to the afterlife. Like if you're far enough, if you're in Belzun or Neshrame, you will go to Kindred. But Raum this is acting like a siphon that's siphoning souls to the Raum's death realm. And I think that her saying this is saying like he's ruined 10 centuries of work trying to stop Mordekaiser because maybe his actions are actually causing Mordekaiser to return.
Such ambition, Jericho. Such arrogance. I can work with that. The Ducato name is worthless, boy. Aim higher.
Nah.
A tasteless homage to an unworthy role model, Vhagar.
Because Vhagar was entrapped and basically twisted by Mordekaiser.
Hemomancer, please. Must we do this again, Vladimir? Still looking for a throne, Ambessa? I fear that ship has long since sailed. Ugh.
Yeah, man, Ambessa's literally like that throne song with her sitting on the throne in Kindred's death realm. Man, what's that called? I think if you just type in like Ambessa music video. Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears. She ends up sitting on like a throne at the end of it. My gosh, LeBlanc knows everything.
You must be another of Vladimir's revolting experiments.
Yeah, well, Briar literally is. Briar is one of those blood experiments, like what's his name? Scion. These are all like blood hemomancy experiments that the blood magic people of Noxus, including Vladimir, kind of created. Scion is one, and Briar is another. That's why they feed on blood to survive.
Cassiopeia, you have sacrificed much for our cause. How much more are you willing to risk?
Cassiopeia is that snake lady. Like she's the one that went to Cassiopeia is right here. Let's not forget that she was sent to Shurima to uncover a weapon. She ends up going into the Tomb of Emperors, betraying Sivir, being bitten by a Tomb Guardian snake, and becoming literally like a Medusa type thing, which also leads to Azir's resurrection. So thank you. You know, she did good. It would makes that Raum should be careful of LeBlanc. Look what she did to Atakan. She can twist demons to her will. Yeah, 100%. I mean, absolutely. Raum, I'm sure, is very aware of LeBlanc. Let's not like he is. Raum, I think, is above LeBlanc in terms of control over Noxus, right? Even though I know LeBlanc is controlling the people, but the fact that he's had so much time, like since the time of Mordekaiser, to direct and manipulate Noxus and build up the Immortal Bastion and whatnot. Raum is, and then now he has Swain, who's literally the Grand General of Noxus. Realm is definitely a player in Noxus, more than people are led to believe. But you're right that, like, I'm sure he sees LeBlanc as a threat. It's not like LeBlanc is just something like a regular person to him. But at the same time, I think LeBlanc underestimates Realm a little bit. There's Elise. Remember I told you guys she travels to and from the Shadow Isles? What does the Vilemall see?
What news from the Shadow Isles? What does the Vilemall see?
We talked about
Your
that.
power grows, Mel. Let me help you unlock your true potential.
Man, that's literally... So that's another nod to Arcane when she's like... She's talking to Mel saying, you know... for you, a dagger would do nicely. She really, like, downplays Mel's power.
You are only here because I permit it, Revenant. Remember that.
Ryze, you know what happens to those who walk away from the Black Rose.
What is all this with Ryze? You know what happens to those who walk away from the Black Rose. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what the story of Ryze with the Black Rose is. Ryze. I don't know anything about... You have something that belongs to me. Rune Mage, you know what happens to those who walk away from the Black Rose. Tyrus was right about you. Okay, but that's just like a jab at Ryze because Tyrus was his old master. Ryze is technically Noxy. It's C, they acknowledge that. Him and Tyrus probably worked. What do you mean he's Noxus? I don't understand. What do you mean he's Noxus? He's literally from I don't know if he's Noxus. The first time we see Ryze is with him and Tyrus going to the Blessed Isles. They're living on the Blessed Isles. He's like a teenager. We were a part of the early Black Rose. I've been following League lore since the rewrites, and I didn't know I remember that. The more you know, kudos. Yeah, I don't know. The Ruination Tyrus found... I shouldn't go down the rabbit hole of Reddit. There's way too much trust me, bro, on Reddit. Perhaps Ryze stole LeBlanc's world rune? Stolen? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we know enough about... I don't know if they've revealed enough about it. We could speculate, but I don't think... It doesn't seem like anyone else knows either. They're just like, too much trust me, bro, on there. Forget the word sense, maybe? Yeah. It makes that Realm should be... Yeah. First move, ally Ryze. You know what happens to those who walk away from the Black Rose. Well, what happens to those who walk away from the Black Rose? They either end up dead or in a prison somewhere. I mean, Mel is just so powerful. That's the only reason that she's not dead at this point. Who from Ryze has a connection to the Black Rose? He's got Tyrus, who was his teacher, and he's got... what is it? Freaking the fire guy. Brand. He wasn't called Brand, but... No, neither of those have connections to the Black Rose. I don't understand what the Ryze stuff is.
It pains me to see you like this, Scion. You deserved better.
Yeah, well, she knew Scion in life. Don't forget, Scion was like a great warrior of Noxus. He's the one that killed, I think, King Jarvan II. And then he was dead for a while, and then they brought him back, you know, using blood magic. So I could see, like, maybe she was friends with Scion. Maybe they had a friendship in life that now she feels a little bit bad for Scion. I could see that. She's not like heartless at the end of the day. LeBlanc doesn't care who gets in her way, but her goals are not really bad. They're really not. It's likely that LeBlanc had something to do with the Rune Wars. Was she even... Let's see. Timeline of Runeterra, and there's like that page. I can pull it up if we can't find it here. Yeah, okay. That's it. Timeline of Runeterra. There's the First Lands, War of the Three Sisters, Westward Migration, Rise of the God Warriors, Akathia rebels against Shurima, Azir's failed ascension, the Great Darken War, So we know she wasn't around for this. She comes around at the reign of the Iron Revenant, so she definitely was around for the Rune Wars. But not like the beginning, right? Yeah, she wasn't, not the beginning of it, but she's probably like came in. The warlord son of Zal was reborn. Oh, wow. When's his first reign? That's the second reign of the Iron Revenant. But this is like a timeline by Noxus. I know there's like another timeline. So that's actually his second reign. Was she around? She wasn't around for the Darken War. Then the day she couldn't be, because it seems like Vladimir is literally telling her about it. That'd be stupid if Vladimir's telling her about it. And like Vladimir's telling her, you know, about the Darken, but she was literally around for the Darken War. So that wouldn't make sense. Western Migration, Reign of the Iron Revenant. But where's his first reign? It must be like maybe earlier. But regardless, the Iron Revenant came before the Rune Wars. So yeah, she saw the Rune Wars for sure. I don't know if she had something to do with the Rune Wars. But it's possible. It pains me to see you like this, Scion. I'm not sure. She has something. I think it has something to do with the world runes. She says you have something that belongs to me. Maybe she did. Maybe she did take one of the world runes.
Better. The people of Noxus see only their Grand General, but I know who is really in control.
Look at that. The people of Noxus see only their Grand General, but I know who is really in control. Who's really in control? Is she implying herself, or is she implying Realm? Right? Is she implying like who's in control of the Grand General? The people of Noxus see only their Grand General, but I know who is really in control. Is she saying like who's really in control, like the Grand General is being controlled by a Realm? Or is she saying I myself am in control of Noxus? It could go either way.
I grow weary of you, Vladimir. You should remedy that.
My regards to the wolf. Pitiful creature.
Almost too easy. Perhaps you're not the weapon I seek after all.
Look at that. She's seeking a weapon with one of the Darken. We talked about how like she's probably looking for someone that she can control to pick up the Darken Zaheen. She clearly has her eyes on obtaining a Darken weapon, like a weapon that she can control and manipulate. And I think she's going to use Xin Zhao to do it. Let's pull up LeBlanc. Isn't she in here? Is LeBlanc not in Wild Rift? Wow, she's not. Wow, no LeBlanc. We'll pull up Swain. Or should I say Realm? Yeah, so I think an event on that scale will have her scheming print all over it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure LeBlanc had, I mean, it seems like at least when we see her cinematic where like the tendrils, whatever, where is it? It's like the root of an empire. We don't care about any of this, right? We care about this when the truth comes out.
For the centuries. Countless seeds I planted over the centuries.
She raises up the Noxians against the Iron Revenant.
They thrived in the shadows.
She defends them, right? She helps defend them during the Rune Wars.
Cultivating chaos as their roots grew stronger.
That's Scion. She saw Scion killing Jarvan II.
And deeper. I took a rabble of barbarians.
Yeah,
and whispered to them dreams of empire.
She's such a good cinematic. Dang, it's such a good cinematic. Yeah, so during the Rune Wars, it seems like maybe she was occupied just defending like Noxus, keeping her city alive. But I don't think that would be her only plan. Like, you're right. LeBlanc during the Rune Wars, that'd be interesting to see. The master manipulator. And I'm sure that if she's her seeing that kind of power, absolutely LeBlanc's type of person to try to obtain it.
And where is your god now?
So that's Elise. She's taking a nod to Elise about the vile maw.
There is nothing more catastrophic to a kingdom than an empty throne.
Ooh. Threatening him.
So predictable, just like your mother.
Ooh.
Clearly, you did not learn from your mother's failings.
How many times must I destroy you, Revenant?
Tyrus was right about you. You showed such promise, Jericho Swain. What a waste. Well, your sisters will be upset by that, no doubt. Sleep now, little one. I will not give up on you.
What the frick? Why is that black? Why is that grayed out? Sleep now, little one. I will not give up on you. Is it a kill next?
Immortal.
So it's definitely a kill. Or unless they just threw it here. It must be in her kill like section of voice lines. Sleep now, little one. I will not give up on you. I don't know who this could be to. Sleep. Sleep. Who's associated with like little one? Annie? Could this be like her killing Annie? I'm sure she'd see Annie as like a power that she would want to control.
Now, little one, I will not give up on you. Immortal and already outliving your usefulness. If not me, then who?
If I must become the whole world's villain, then so be it.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, she is like, LeBlanc is not bad. And I don't think she even sees her actions as bad. She sees her actions like a means to an end. She'll do whatever it takes to accomplish her goal, which at the end of the day, like stopping Mordekaiser from returning is not a bad thing.
You may be thinking that my face looks familiar. Perhaps you are right, or perhaps not. I have a plan. I won't hesitate to leave you behind should you fail to play your part. It matters not whether you are my ally or my enemy. It is said that every rose has its thorns, but none are sharper than mine.
Is there
Until you
anything
have
else here?
witnessed both the beginning and the end of an era, your desultory opinions matter very little to me. They
And she has
call
such
me
a wide
cruel,
view.
indeed. From a mouse's perspective, even a lazy cat may be evil incarnate.
Man, that is freaking rough. They call me cruel, indeed. From a mouse's perspective, even a lazy cat may be evil incarnate. Man, she called us all like just little mice scurrying around. I love her for that quote. Which one? Hopefully not this one. This one's just cussing us out. Boo ads. I have no control over ads. Happy birthday, dude. Yo, what the heck? Thanks. Thanks, Char. My birthday was yesterday. Samicus? Yo, thanks. Happy birthday, belated. Yo, thanks, bro. Thanks, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Happy belated. Oh, shoot. I must have gotten a host from Sam. Yeah, 59 viewers a few seconds ago. Thanks, Egg, for the follow. Thanks, AJ, for the sub on YouTube. Jeez. Thank you, guys. Happy birthday. Yo, thanks, guys. Thanks. We are covering LeBlanc the Deceiver, who is one of the most evil characters. Well, not really evil, but portrayed as evil. The Pentaquill quote. Oh, yeah, this one. They call me cruel. Indeed, from a mouse's perspective, even a lazy cat may be evil incarnate.
Nothing burns
Thanks,
as hot
thanks,
as the need
Leash.
for vengeance, especially when it has been stoked for centuries.
Thanks, Lucius. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. It was a good birthday. And nothing burns as hot as the need for vengeance, especially when it has been stoked for centuries. And she wants vengeance definitely against Mordekaiser.
The difference between the truth and a lie can be confusing to some. What manner of flower may thrive without sunlight or sustenance? I know the answer. And soon, so shall all of Noxus.
What manner of flower may thrive without sunlight or sunset? It's not a rose, right? A rose can't survive. She's a part of the Black Rose. Can a rose survive without sunlight? I didn't think that was the case. Is that why they're called the Black Rose? That's an interesting. Can a rose survive without sunlight? I don't think so. Is there like a type of... No, a rose cannot survive. Well, I don't know. I guess she's just talking about herself.
My former master believed in destiny, domination, and deceit, failing to realize the last would be his downfall. Do not trust someone who has never lost everything they care about. Incompetent leaders can easily be deposed. It is those who follow them who are the real problem.
Incompetent leaders can be opposed to those who fall. That's true. LeBlanc's all about like just deception within Noxus. Way happy late birthday, man. Hope you're all the success and prosperity. Yo, thanks, Gata. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Seriously, like, I appreciate it. That's so kind of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, the black throat thrives in the shadows. That's true. I mean, a black rose technically isn't like something that occurs naturally in nature. So I guess the black rose is the one that survives in the darkness, right? Without sunlight or sustenance. So that makes sense.
Lies are like roses. Marvel too long at the bloom, and one may miss the thorns beneath. I am not looking for counsel. If I wanted a second opinion, I would simply ask myself. I remember when
She makes clones of
Noxian was a
herself.
curse against those who dwelt beyond the sun's light. Typical Targonian hubris.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I remember when Noxii was a curse against those who dwelt beyond the sun's light. Typical Targonian hubris. Happy birthday, man. Sorry, I must have missed you mentioned it. I didn't even mention it, Como. I just did a normal stream yesterday. I mean, yeah.
On the sun's light. Typical Targonian hubris.
Targonians are freaking
I took a
hubris.
rabble of barbarians and whispered to them dreams of empire. And look at them now. Insatiable. Unstoppable. Though the pieces move across the board, only a fool would expect the same tired strategies to yield different results. Do not judge someone for what they are, but rather by what they do and say. The pale woman is naught but a reflection of a people's deepest fears and insecurities.
She does use their
Bear
fears and
witness
insecurities
to
to
the
manipulate
fall
them.
of empires. Mortal vanity, undone by magic.
I don't know if we're going to
I
see
will
anything
not be
else in
held
here.
back by these meager defenses.
The main ones are the
This was
interactions.
not part of the plan. Know your place, demon. I could obliterate you,
Yeah, it is
Wade.
exhausting.
The truth in this plan, shop.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to
Out
see
of my way! Stand aside.
They speak so casually. The best lies are beautiful. And
What's this one?
just saved than spent. Vision,
Might.
might, guile. It's almost comical how history repeats itself.
Talking about like
They
the
speak so casually of
Trifrix.
tyranny and oppression. They do not know what I have endured. I'll make this quick. Lies within this upstart Trifarix.
The greatest threat to Noxus lies within this upstart Trifrix. So she thinks the greatest threat is within the Trifrix of Vision, Might, and Guile. And at the center of the Trifrix, Vision is at least one piece of it. It's Vision, which is, again, Swain, which we said is being controlled by a realm, which is the demon of secrets. It's her continually pointing out Swain, I think, is a big nod to the realm that I think controls Swain and how he's being manipulated by it.
I never asked for any of this, but I won't go back. Not now. Smoke and mirrors. Shadow and steel.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got it all. I mean, we covered like the main stuff was her interactions. Listen, man, when it comes to LeBlanc, I have my biases. She's my favorite character in the universe. LeBlanc is a great character. I mean, if you're going to pick a favorite, LeBlanc has so much lore. I really don't like how in Arcane they undermined LeBlanc's strength with the whole Mel thing. Completely destroyed her aura, especially considering how long she's been alive and meant to be a prodigy. You're talking about like with Mel defeating LeBlanc in a way. I don't think Mel even defeated LeBlanc, right? She defeated like a ranged aspect of her. Like I don't think you got to remember LeBlanc is probably all the way in freaking Noxus when all this is happening, and she defeated like a spectral vision of her in all the way in Piltover and Zon. Mel's powerful. But I don't think like in a one-on-one fight that she would beat LeBlanc. In like an actual one-on-one fight, not just a vision of LeBlanc all the way in Piltover being like transmitted from freaking here in Noxus. So I think LeBlanc is definitely interested in Mel, but if LeBlanc wanted Mel dead, I think she'd be trying a lot harder. I don't think she wants Mel dead yet. At the end of the day, even when she's talking with Vladimir, right? Remember that cinematic? Vladimir, welcome to Noxus. I don't think she wants Mel dead yet. Let's just skip to here. I really don't.
Path seems to lead us closer to chaos. Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores.
Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores. So it's a discussion that they've had already. And I think she does see opportunity in Mel. And I don't think that she wants her dead at this point. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Maybe interesting, right? Yeah, I think if LeBlanc wanted Mel dead, there'd be a lot more effort around it, a lot more pieces moving. But she seems like pretty comfortable just like letting Mel do what she wants and like watching her. To be fair, Arcane wasn't about LeBlanc, so it would make sense to not see much of her. Yeah, that's true too. She was kind of like, I think that where LeBlanc will, I don't think LeBlanc will appear in the next season. I do think that next Arcane we're going to Demacia. I have like multiple videos on it now at this point, but we will touch on LeBlanc and Demacia again because of them infiltrating the Mage Seekers and corrupting Demacia from the inside.